Hey guys, if you hear any noise, that is the washing machine. I'm washing towels that needed to be washed a long time ago. We actually kept them for like years in the laundry basket and then we ended up not washing them, but they're still okay to use. We just need to wash them. Like, there's a lot to wash though, because you can't wash towels like, you can't wash like six towels. You can't wash more than around like six towels at a time because they are thick in fabric and they won't dry properly. So I'm trying to get my brother to help me to wash and dry them so that way we can put them in our towel cabinet. If we need to change, we have them. And also we have bed sheets that we never washed. If you also hear another sound that's really loud, it's the fan that's for my stove. So yeah, so basically I just finished. I cooked rice for this week's bento. I cooked for this Monday's bento. I cooked rice. I cooked a potato soup. It's a Bento potato soup, cream of potato. I just put it in with a can of water into a small pot and then I cooked. Kids, if you are watching this and you're a kid, please make sure you have your parents' permission to cook soup if you want to cook soup. Definitely, it's kind of a bit risky. Like, if you want to transfer the soup, make sure you use a ladle, the big spoon that's for spooning soup, because don't pour it like I would, because you can burn yourself. But I kind of have a bit of skill in pouring, so I tend to be kind of more careful. So yeah, these I did not make, however, and the reason why I did not make meat this time did not make the meat products this time is because, to be honest, we have a lot of stuff in our fridge that we need to clean up first, like eat, and then like we have a lot of stuff we need to eat, and then we also have a lot of stuff we need to throw out because there's a couple of things that are old. So basically we bought this during the weekend anyway, so we decided to make these. So I decided to put it in for my dad. He thought the rice was a bit dry and flavorless, so I decided to add soup. That's why I have the potato, and now I also have pork wontons, and my dad actually purchased this from a store called Seafood City. I believe it's Filipino. It's a Filipino type of grocery store, but it's not that bad actually. It's like really nice. Like, they have a food court inside. You can order food, and you can also order stuff like this, and then you can go grocery shopping. And they have a small bakery with like some packaged baked goods that they make every day. So yeah, so this is where that's from. And also, this is pork shumai, which is kind of like a porkish dumpling. It's kind of like a dumpling, I would say it's a dumpling, but it's not my favorite because, to be honest, the meat itself, if you've ever had Chinese food, and you know how you have some meats that are like chewy, but they call them like, they're supposed to be like meatballish, but they're really chewy and they're kind of like, the texture is really bouncy when you eat it. So it's not my favorite, so I gave it to my dad to eat in this bento because he does like to eat shumai. I personally am not a fan of it just because I don't really like that texture. I think it's because that texture, I don't like it. I prefer stuff that like I'm used to, like textures that aren't completely chewy. I think like that's why I prefer crispy things, because chewy things are kind of weird to me still. So yeah, so that's it for this bento. By the time you guys see this, it will probably be like 2 or 3 weeks later because I already have my stuff ready. But I'm gonna try not to post this like every Monday. I think I might just post it as like one video per day, as in like you know how I post videos each day. So yeah, so I kind of want to do that where it's like I post it each day, and I just want this to be part of like the daily posting type of deal. But I don't want to do like 2 videos per Monday because I've made Poro tutorials. I think that one will be 2 videos per every Friday. So the Poro tutorial and a regular video on Friday. But for bento boxes like this, I'll just post it whenever I can. I'm not going to like overlap it with another video back to back because I feel like that would take up a lot of data for me, like in our home. So yeah, so that's it for this video. If you haven't checked out my channel, please go check it out. You can check out my drawings playlist, and I actually started something I want to tell you guys because by the time you see this, you'll probably already hear about it, kind of, but if you're new to my channel, you might not know. Go to the description box below, and below, like, most of the stuff, I have my Patreon account up so you guys can donate to me if you want to. And basically, I started Patreon to kind of get some funding in for and support to get physical prints for my artwork. Now, you guys won't be able to get like physical prints for the rewards of Patreon because the reason why I'm making Patreon is so that way I can get physical prints, but right now I don't have funding. So if you're thinking of a way to support, please go check it out. It is another way for you to support me if you enjoy seeing my artwork and my YouTube videos. Most of the money funding will go to my artwork though, because that is my main purpose of this channel, even though I do a lot of other things, but I mainly consider my career choice to be more towards the art than anything else. And yeah, if you're a kid, please make sure you ask your parents before you actually decide to do Patreon. Don't just sign up and have no money. Like, make sure you ask your parents permission, or ask your parents if they're willing to help you out to support me. Don't just go on and be like, I want to support Made X Bunny for this. Like, really think it through. And I really want to say, don't feel bad if you can't support me. This is just mainly for those people who, like, maybe you want to do something extra special to support me, and you're like, what other ways can I support Made X Bunny? This is going to be another way you can support me. But don't be peer pressured into doing it just because just because some people might do it and you might not be able to do it. Definitely, if you're earning minimum wage, I know it's kind of hard to get by because my brother has a job, so I kind of understand where, like, when it's difficult to budget, especially when you have to pay for your own food and stuff, and minimum wage basically only covers food for the most part. So definitely, if you're earning minimum wage or you're just starting a job, don't feel like you have to, but it's not something you need to do it. But make sure, like, I want to make sure, like, that you guys are budgeting stuff for yourself. Don't just go on and be like, I want to do this, but not think about yourself, and then in the end you don't have enough money for yourself. So please don't, like, feel the need to support me in that way. Like, your moral support on social media is just as important. I just don't want you guys to feel left out or anything like that, and I don't want you guys to think like, oh, I have to do this, because, like, I know how hard it is. Like, if you're low on budget, you don't have to, because obviously, like, if you're low on budget, it's kind of very difficult, and I don't want anyone saying like, oh, I give up so much money for you, but in the end I don't really have that much money left for myself because I want to support you. I don't want to hear any of that, because that would make me feel really bad, and I would be like, why are you doing this? You're supposed to budget. So please, if you want to support it, the Patreon link is down there. But if you really want to, make sure you budget, make sure you plan, because this is like a monthly thing that you have to think of. And I made my least amount $5. I might make another least amount, which is like $1 or so that way you guys don't have to be $2 or $3 or so, just because you guys don't have to, so that way you guys don't have to feel bad that like you don't have a whole bunch of money. Like, even like the even the smallest amount of funding is okay, and it's great. So I do appreciate you guys, whoever watch my YouTube channel. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like, please like, and if you want, you can subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell button next to the subscription button if you want to get notified for whenever I upload new videos. And don't forget to check in the description box below for my Patreon if you want to support me and my art. And don't forget to also check out my other social media accounts. Please like and follow those, so that way you get more updates than of my progress work of my art and my other stuff. So yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye.